Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, everyone. We welcome all of you to this very special session. And after a very long gap, we have the good fortune of all of your association. So we welcome all of the wonderful listeners who have joined us over YouTube Live, devotees who've joined us over Facebook Live, and dear devotees who've joined us over Zoom. We welcome each and every one of you to this very special session. It is entitled as Draupadi's Insult and Purushottam Adhika Maas. Is there a connection?
So this Purushottam Adhika Month, this extra month, this year it's from July 17th to August 15th in USA. And this Adhika Maas, this comes after every 2-3 years. And so it's very rare and very auspicious. It was made auspicious by none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Purushottama, Leela Purushottama, Shri Krishna. And he gave this month his own name, Purushottama, the best and the highest amongst the Purusha, the beings. So let's discuss today the glories of Shri Purushottama Adhika Month.
So it is said that once, long, long ago, Shri Narada Muni, he reached Badrikashram. Badrikashram is all the way in the Himalayas where the great sages, Shri Naranarayan Rishi, where they reside. And there the river Alaknanda was flowing, and Narada Muni offered his respectful obeisances to Lord Narayan. And he prayed, my dear Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are the ocean of mercy. Please tell me, I am actually just so disturbed looking at, all the living entities who are so much engaged and engrossed in so much of material sense gratification. They have just forgotten the ultimate goal of life. So please, can you tell me something that is going to be beneficial, similarly for, even simple people who may not be even devotees, even they can benefit from something. Is there any discount offer? Is there any special sale in spirituality that you can offer to people who can, even general people can, avail of it, even devotees can avail of it, even renounced people like me who are in the renounced order of life, even they can avail of it. Can you tell me something that by which, people can easily go back home, back to Godhead?
So when Narada Muni spoke like this, these sweet words, Lord Narayan, he smiled and he said, Narada, listen to the glories of the sacred Purushottam month. This month is fully potent to grant not only material happiness, but also qualify one to return back home, back to Godhead.
Harivo.
So Narad Muni inquired, my dear Lord, I've heard glories of so many months, including the glories of Kartik month, Chaitra month. But which month is this Purushottam month? My dear Lord, you are Kripa Sindhu. You are an ocean of mercy. So please tell me about this glorious month. How do I take bath? How do I give? What do I give in charity? What should I chant? What should I worship? Should I observe fasting in this month? Please tell me everything in detail about this month. So then Lord Narayan, from his lotus mouth, he began speaking. Narad Muni, I will tell you something. This was explained by Lord Krishna to Maharaj Yudhishthir. And he said, we all know Maharaj Yudhishthir, Dharmaraj Yudhishthir, he lost everything. His empire, his palace, even his chaste wife, Draupadi. Even she was insulted by Dushasana in front of the whole royal assembly. But when Dushasana had tried to strip Draupadi, she was saved from such dangerous situation by Lord Krishna. This is Narayan telling, saved by Lord Krishna. We hear that Krishna is same as Narayan. But they are same, yet different personalities. They are different personalities. They are same personality, Krishna, in different moods. And when they are in different moods, they are actually different personalities. But in essence, they are the same Vishnu Tattva. And so, Lord Narayan is telling that Krishna saved him. And then after this incident, Yudhishthir Maharaj left the kingdom and they lived in a very special forest called Kamyavan. Kamyavan is one of the 12 forests in Vraja Mandal. And in Sri Vrajadham, it is one of the very much celebrated forests in Vrajadham.
So one time, we know that, when the Pandavas were in exile in Kamyavan, most of the time they stayed in Kamyavan. And then, of course, they went from forest to forest. They came to many other places as well. They went to different other forests. But for a maximum period of time, they were actually at Sri Kamyavan in Vrindavan. So one time when when the Pandavas were in Kamyavan, Krishna actually visited them in that forest. And all the Pandavas, including Draupadi, they were so happy that Krishna visited them, that they forgot the miserable situation that they were in. And they just were so happy that Krishna did not leave their side, even though apparently it seemed as if the entire world had left the Pandavas. The Pandavas, only 6 of them in the forest, in seclusion, nobody there to, be with them. Imagine, they were the kings of the world. Rajasuya Yagya was performed by Yudhishthir Maharaj. He was the most powerful king. All other kings had accepted the supreme authority of Yudhishthir Maharaj. That is what is meaning of, being the Chakravarti Samrat. That was the position of Maharaj Yudhishthir. And then when they were exiled into the forest, it's as if nobody knew them. They were just by themselves. But Krishna, he never ever left them alone. That is the glory of the Pandavas. That is the glory of the devotees. And that is the most glory of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. That Krishna never abandons his devotees. So when the Pandavas saw Krishna, they were so happy. They offered their respectful obeisances to Krishna. But Krishna, he, seeing the humble living condition of the Pandavas, he was very saddened. And at the same time, he started becoming very angry. Krishna was displaying some anger. because he was angry, thinking that it was not a fault of the Pandavas. They were cheated. They were, their kingdom was usurped through cheating means. So Krishna was very, very upset, and it appeared that he was going to just burn down the entire universe. So as soon as the Pandavas saw this fearful mood of Krishna, they immediately began to pacify the Lord, and they began to pray to the Lord in a very humble way. And especially Arjuna, he started pleading with the Lord, and listening to the pleasing words of Arjuna, Krishna's anger immediately receded. And then Krishna said, Arjuna, you are such a dear friend of mine, and because you are my dear friend, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you about this very special month, which is called as Purushottam Month. And then Krishna began the narration. And he said, and now remember, this whole thing is being told by Lord Narayan, is telling this to Narada, that Krishna is now speaking to Maharaj Yudhishthir.
And so Krishna said, my dear Arjuna, once upon a time, because of the providence, there was an arrangement of an extra month that came to this world. And everyone took this month as inauspicious. They even would call it as Malamasa, just like whatever we eat and the energy goes to the body, and whatever is remaining, that comes out as mala. So they would actually call it as a stool-like month. This is extra month. This is extra. And so just like one should not touch stool, this month, when it appeared, it was seen as untouchable, very inauspicious. And everyone was blaspheming this month. It was completely, constantly unprotected, rejected by everyone. And that it is an improper time for any religious and auspicious activities. So when it was rejected by all human beings, by all the personification of the months, and was just constantly hearing criticism and blasphemy and bad words, this extra month, the deity of this extra month became very sad. And she came to Vaikuntha to explain her sorrowful situation to Vishnu. When she came to Vaikuntha, she saw Lord Vishnu sitting on his Simhasana. As soon as she saw, she fell down in the lotus feet in a mood of sorrow and grief. And these tears were profusely coming from her eyes. And she started to pray, my dear Kripa Sindhu, ocean of mercy, I have come to you, I'm helpless. I've been rejected and I've been blasphemed by all the people of this world. Please, please protect me. Please show me your mercy. Please do not be indifferent towards me. So in this way, when it is said by Prahlad Maharaj that when we are hopeless, that's when we will find real hope.
Mm-hmm.
When we are hopeless in finding pleasure in the material world, when we understand actually there is no hope to find any pleasure in this material world, that's when the spiritual hope of coming towards Krishna will come up. So in hopelessness, we find real hope. Seeing these words, this extra month, she continued crying and crying and crying, and then she sat down in a dejected way.
So when Lord Vishnu saw the pitiable condition of this extra month, he became very merciful towards her and said that, please, please, don't lament. But actually, when you take shelter of my lotus feet, there should be no cause for lamentation. So stop crying. Just please stop crying. So then, the Malamas was continuing to say, but I don't have anybody to protect me. So You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why did you create me? I am just such an extra month. I do not have any name. I do not have any protector. I do not have anyone to give me any shelter. Why have you created me? Therefore, just let me die. I just don't want to live anymore. So then when it was just going on saying, Malamas was going on saying, I just want to die. I just want to die. So then when she fainted like this out of so much of crying, when she fainted, Lord Vishnu, he called Garuda. Garuda, come here. And then Garuda came, and with his, wings, Garuda was flapping and trying to bring the Malamas back to consciousness.
Fanning.
By fanning her with his wings. And then when she got up, because of the fan of Garuda, and she got up and she said, please, I have come to your shelter. Please protect me. So then Lord Vishnu said, please don't lament. You have come to me. So let me do something for you. Come with me to Goloka Vrindavan. I will take you to Goloka Vrindavan. Now, this is a point where something we must try to understand, that when we say that, what is the difference between Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna? There are certain things that even Lord Vishnu cannot do. So Lord Vishnu is personally, which is, characterized by this special pastime, that Lord Vishnu was not able to give what Krishna is now going to give this extra month. So therefore, Lord Vishnu said, I will take you to Goloka Vrindavan, come with me. So then Lord Krishna, who resides in his two-armed form, surrounded by gopis, enjoying eternal pastime, there in Goloka Vrindavan, come. It will be the fulfillment of all of your desires. So speaking in this way, Lord Vishnu took Malamasa by her hand, caught her by her hand, and took her to Goloka Vrindavan. So when Malamas and Lord Vishnu were approaching Goloka Vrindavan, it is so bright, so effulgent. So that brightness, that effulgence can actually just burn someone who is not qualified to enter. So therefore, to protect the Malamas from the dazzling effulgence of Goloka Vrindavan Dham, Lord Vishnu put Malamas behind him and then walked in front of her so that she could be protected. And then when they came, Lord Vishnu, who is the husband of Rama Devi, he offered his respectful obeisances to Lord Sri Krishna, who was playing on his transcendental flute. And then when, and there was this lady who was crying behind Lord Vishnu. So the Krishna immediately said, hey, Vishnu, you are here. And who is that behind you? Why is she crying in my abode? She's come here. She is here in Goloka. Why is she crying?
So when Krishna spoke like this, Lord Vishnu, he got up from his seat and he started explaining this whole miserable situation of this extra month, the Malamas, and Lord Vishnu begged Krishna, please protect this month. She is unprotected. There is no one except you, my dear Lord Krishna, who can save this Malamas from her hellish condition. And please give her full protection. And then when he said these kind of words, Lord Vishnu remained standing in front of Lord Krishna, just with folded hands. And then he said, Lord Purushottama, Shri Krishna said, my dear Vishnu, you have done a great deed by bringing this extra month to me. You will become even more famous now by performing this act, because you have accepted Malamasa. I will accept her now. And I shall make this poor extra month just like me in quality. in quality, in fame, in opulence, in realization, success, giving benediction to devotees. And this month will become equally potent to me. Therefore, I am bestowing all my divine qualities in this abused month. And this month will be named after me as Purushottama month. So the Malamasa became known as the Purushottama month. So then Lord Vishnu said, my dear Janardhan, who is Krishna himself, now that you have imbued her with all these qualities, I will become her husband and protector of this Purushottam month. And being equal to me, this month will be the master of all other months, will become worshipable to everyone. And I'm making this month desire-free. Unlike any other month have some desire or the other. But the worshipper of this month, particular month, the Purushottam month, will be able to burn his or her all past sinful reactions to ashes. And after that, they will enter a blissful life in the material realm and then return back to Godhead as well. So in this way, Krishna said, my dear Vishnu, Garuda Dhwaja, the Goloka Vrindavan planet is the highest planet in Vaikuntha. It's unattainable, even if someone performs austerities for millions of years. Mahatmas who are engaged in pious activities, people who maintain celibacy, none of these people are able to even approach it. But if someone observes this Purushottam month, then and become my devotee, then he can cross over the ocean of material birth and death.
And then, Krishna went on to explain that anybody who sincerely follows this Purushottam month will return back home, back to Godhead, back to Goloka Vrindavan. And he said that any unfortunate person who does not perform this vrata, who does not, perform any kind of austerity during this Purushottam month, that person is going to be the most unfortunate, and they will go to hell, Krishna said, for an unlimited period of time. So in this way, Krishna mentioned there are 3 very important activities that are needed to be performed in this Purushottam month. Krishna himself told this. He said, the first is to take bath in a holy river. Second, worship Krishna by chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the third is to give in charity. So these are the 3 most important activities that one can engage in this most auspicious month. And a person who does this, they will lead a very happy, prosperous life. And at the end of their life, they will return home back to Godhead. So in this way, after narrating this pastime of Purushottam month, Krishna, he's telling the Pandavas, he just mercifully looked at his Yudhishthira and he said, can you now understand, my dear Yudhishthira, why you all are suffering? It is because you did not acknowledge or honor the presence of this Purushottam month in your entire life. So just now, a few years ago, only this Purushottam month had come and you neglected following it. So this month is very, very dear to Vrindavan Chandra, Shri Krishna, to me. And you are living here in the holy dham of Vrindavan. So I urge you, when next time, when Purushottam month comes, please follow Purushottam month. Krishna told the Pandavas and Draupadi. And then Krishna said, I'm going to narrate to you one more very special pastime. There was a person who is the daughter of a Brahmana called Medhavi. And that person is none other than your wife, Draupadi. Do you know what happened to her in her previous life? She was a very beautiful daughter of this great sage. She was very nicely, blossoming in her youth and everything. Her days were passing away. But then, her father was somehow not able to arrange for some marriage for her in a proper way. She was not able to get married. Her father was not able to do that, rather not being interested. So she used to see, her other, same age girlfriends and everyone, that they are very happy, settled in their own life with their husbands and children. So she would be very miserable that, oh, my friends, they're all married, they have families, but look at me, I don't have anyone. And then after a few years, her father also passed away. And that made this daughter of Sage Medhavi even more miserable, that now I don't have anyone who can take care of me. So then her father's very dear friend was Durvasa Muni, the angry sage. So one day, after the passing away of her father, who was very dear friend of Durvasa, Durvasa Muni came and visited this girl. And then, seeing the great sage, the girl offered her obeisances to Durvasa Muni. And she was telling that, why am I not getting married? Tell me, how can I get married?
So then the girl was basically saying, I have no shelter in this world. I have lost all my relatives. My parents have passed away. I have no elder brother. I'm unmarried. There's no husband to protect me. Please do something. Please give me some advice to relieve me from this miserable situation. So Durvasa began to consider, yeah, this is an unfortunate condition of this girl. And so he decided to show some mercy towards her. And Durvasa started saying, 3 months from now, the most auspicious Purushottama month is about to start. This sacred month is very dear to Lord Krishna. And if you just take a holy bath in this month, anyone can become completely sinless. And this Purushottam month is more glorious than all the other months, including Kartik month. I'm not saying, this is Durvasa Muni saying.
In fact, it is said that in Kartik, if we get 100 times benefit of rendering devotional service, in the month of Purushottam, it is 1,000 times the benefit. This is the verdict of the Shastra.
Especially because Kartik month comes every year. Purushottam month, very rare. Once in 2.5, 3 years. So this merit of a person who takes a holy bath even once in a month, in this month, is equal to the merit of taking bath in Ganga for 12,000 years. Or even the merit that is achieved by a person who takes bath in Ganga or Godavari when Jupiter enters Leo or Brihaspati enters Singha Rashi. And in this way, don't forget to worship this forthcoming Purushottam month very sincerely. And then Durvasa Muni, he remained silent after that. But this young Brahmani, she unfortunately did not believe in Durvasa Muni's words. And she became angry, started blaspheming. Oh, great sage, you are lying. How could this extra month, which is called as Malamas, stool month, how can it be superior to other months like Magha, Vaishak, and Kartik? How can it be even higher than that? I don't believe you. I don't believe your words. Are you trying to cheat me? This extra month is most abominable. Why are you asking me to observe this month? Hearing these words, Durvasa Muni, he is known for his anger. His whole body started burning. His eyes became coal red. But then he controlled himself consciously because he understood the helpless condition of this girl. And he said, if I get angry, she will go in worse situation. But Durvasa Muni told, my dear ignorant soul, because you're in a helpless situation, I'm not going to curse you. Your father was a good friend of mine, but you are in such a helpless situation. You're so ignorant. You just cannot understand Shastric conclusion. I'm giving you good advice. You're not understanding this good advice. So I'm not going to take your offenses seriously, but I cannot and I should not tolerate any offenses towards the Purushottam month. So in your next life, you will certainly reap the results of your offensive words. And then Durvasa Muni left. So Lord Krishna told Arjuna that the Brahmin girl, when Durvasa Muni left, she lost all her opulences in a moment. And because of being an offender to Purushottam month, her body also began to look very ugly. She lost all of her bodily effulgence, and she then said, what should I do? So she started worshipping Lord Shiva, who is known as Ashutosha. He is very easily pleased.
So then this young Brahmani, she started performing tapasya and she continued her austerities, and Ashutosh, she's so pleased so easily. So then Lord Shankara appeared before her. And when Lord Shiva appeared before the girl immediately, she was so happy. And in the presence of Lord Shiva, she said that, my dear Lord Shiva, please give me this benediction. She said, repeatedly, she was just in a helpless condition. She said, please give me a husband. 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 Then Lord Shiva said, okay, because you asked me 5 times, you will get 5 husbands. He said, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. So it is very abominable for a girl to have 5 husbands. Please take back your words, Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva said, well.
Lord Shiva said, well, I cannot take back my words because what you asked, I gave you the boon. So you will get 5 husbands in your next life. And you know what? Previously, before starting to worship me, you had offended the Purushottam month. And Durvasa Muni and me, there is no difference. So all of us Devatas, and of course Lord Shiva is beyond the Devatas. He said, even me, I worship this Purushottam month because it's the order of Lord Krishna. And if someone offends Purushottam month, all his opulences go away. But if someone glorifies Purushottam month, all good fortune comes in his life. And then they can go back home, back to Godhead, to Goloka Vrindavan also. But because you have offended this sacred month and you asked for 5 husbands, you will get 5 husbands in your next life. And it is said that it is because of this reason of offending the Purushottam month that this Krishna said that same daughter of Medhavi Rishi has now become famous as Draupadi, and she is none other than your present wife. And because she blasphemed Purushottam month in a previous life, she got a reaction of being insulted by Dushasan in front of the whole Kuru assembly, in presence of all her Pandava husbands. But no problem. Fortunately, she remembered me,
Hey Govinda,
took my shelter, and therefore I forgave all her offenses against the Purushottam month. I protected her from that most abominable condition and saved her from the hands of Dushasan. So don't forget, please, Pandavas, don't forget to worship the Purushottam month. And if you don't believe or blaspheme this month, don't worship this month, you don't worship me, and you will never attain good fortune. So in this way, giving all consolation to the Pandavas, Lord Krishna then left that place for Dwarka.
And after a few days, when Purushottam month finally came, that time Maharaj Yudhishthir, along with his younger brothers and Queen Draupadi, they remember the words of Krishna, and all of them, very, very sincerely, with a lot of respect, they followed each and every instruction that Krishna gave to them. And they worshipped Purushottam Sri Krishna in various ways during this month. And the merit that they achieved by performing this Purushottama vrata, it allowed them to regain their lost kingdom and enjoy a happy life. And they all returned back home, back to Godhead, by the grace of Lord Sri Krishna.
So the question in all of your minds is how to observe this Purushottam month. There are several ways. Some of the ways which are mentioned in the Shastras is keep celibacy for 1 month, optionally sleep on the floor, bathe daily, of course, but before sunrise, especially in a holy place, for at least 3 days in a month, one should daily bathe before sunrise.
And for some of us who do not have the fortune of being in the holy land of Bharatavarsha in India, to be able to take a dip in Ganga, Yamuna, or the Godavari or the Krishna Nadis, for all of us, what do? Well, the instruction is given that just when we are taking our shower in our own washrooms there, just loudly chant Ganga, 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 and Mother Ganga appears, and in this way we will be able to take bath in Mother Ganga. So please do try. If we have access to go into the Ganga, please do go into the Ganga. But those of us who are living so far away from Mother Ganga, then this way we can, by loudly chanting and invoking her presence, she comes and we can take bath in Mother Ganga.
Also, it says we must chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but not just 16 rounds. Try to chant 24, 32, 64 rounds and meditate on Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Daily offer ghee lamp. Just like in Kartik, we offer ghee lamp to Lord Damodar. In Purushottam month, we offer ghee lamp to Sri Sri Radha Krishna deities or picture. In fact, it is said to offer 33 lamps daily, or at least 1 day in a month.
Or at least on the Ekadashis. On the Ekadashi days, at least try to offer 33. Now, there's a very auspicious reason why it is the 33. 33, why is it considered to be auspicious? Because roughly, we say that Purushottam month comes after every 3 years, but it's actually on the 33rd month that Purushottam month comes, because there is a misbalance of lunar and the solar calendars over the 3 years. So there is 1 day that adds up, and it thus forms this extra month of 33 days. So therefore, this 33 is considered to be a very, very auspicious number, and that's the number of lamps that we can at least try to offer on Ekadashi days at least.
So 33 is Purushottam month's number.
Haribo.
Daily offer Artik and perform parikrama around Tulasi Devi, perform parikrama around the temple 4 times, offer Radha Krishna deity or picture, some roses, some lotus flowers. Shastra says 100,000 tulasi leaves, or as many as you can. Daily read Srimad Bhagavatam, especially Lord Brahma's prayers to Krishna. Canto 10, chapter 14, and Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. Chapter 15 is known as
Purushottam Yoga.
Purushottama Yoga. So chapter 15, we must read of Bhagavad Gita in Purushottam month, and Canto 10, chapter 14, Lord Brahma's prayers to Krishna. Just like in Kartik, we chant Damodarashtakam. In this particular month of Purushottama, it is recommended to chant either Sri Jagannathashtakam or Sri Chauragra Ganya Purushashtakam or Sri Nanda Nandanashtakam, Jaya Radha Madhava, and other Radha Krishna bhajans in this particular month.
And especially the prayer that is written by Srila Jiva Goswami, who is in our parampara, which is Sri Yugalashtakam, can be sung during this very special month.
And at least for this 1 month, we should try to be peaceful and truthful. Truth will set us free. We should be careful not to blaspheme any devotees, brahmanas, saints, cows, shastras, or even people who follow this vrata, and try your best to please Radha and Krishna, performing devotional austerities. When you are offering flowers and tulasi to Krishna, we can offer and ask for some prayers if we want, but at least one tulasi we should offer Krishna, Radharani. This is just for your pleasure. I don't want anything. This is just for your pleasure. And if we just selflessly offer like this, at least one tulasi. Other tulasis you can offer and ask whatever spiritual benedictions also if you want. But with this one tulasi, no benediction, just for your pleasure. Just be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be pleased. Optionally, some devotees eat on the leaf plates sitting on the floor. Optionally, no cutting of hair or nails. So before Purushottam month, cut your hairs and nails if you plan not to do that during the month. No cooking in oil or rubbing oil on your body, no eating or rubbing of mustard oil, and daily offering a special number of dandavats to Lord Krishna or the Vaishnavas. Can you guess what that special number is?
33.
33 for Purushottam month, 33 dandavats. And every day, chant this mantra. Please repeat after me. Govardhana dharam vande.
Govardhana dharam vande.
Gopalam goparupinam.
Gopalam goparupinam.
Gokulutsavami eshanam.
Gokulotsavame shanam.
Govindam gopika priyam.
Govindam gopika priyam.
I worship the lifter of Govardhan Hill, who has the beautiful form of a cowherd boy who continuously plays with the gopas. He's the Lord of Gokul, wherein every day is a festival.
Hari Bol. And remember, one of the most important activities that Krishna said to be performed, the third activity, which is the act of charity. Now, charity, we always tend to think that, oh, we must give dakshina or Lakshmi. Well, that is definitely charity, and we must try to do that as grihastas, as devotees who are working. We must try to give some of our wealth to as donation to other brahmanas, to Vaishnavas, give gifts in charity to devotees, give charity to the temple, to the deities of the Lord for different services. And the greatest form of charity is to give an opportunity to new people who do not have any access to devotional service. Give them an opportunity to come and offer a lamp to Radha and Krishna in this month, to come and take some prasad in this month. So this act of giving Krishna to others, creating some good fortune for new people, giving access to that is the most dearest and the most endearing way that we can become dear to Krishna, that when we make good fortune for others, when we create good fortune for others. So the way that we break our Purushottam month vrata is, of course, by giving, charity. We bathe in the Brahma Muhurta time. We worship Shri Radha and Krishna, and then we give in charity to Vaishnavas and to Brahmanas. And we also must feed them nice prasadam. And especially it is said that we must make 33 malpuas, especially because malpuas are very dear to Purushottam Shri Krishna and Srimati Radharani, and to Lord Jagannath, who is called as Purushottama. So Lord Purushottam Sri Jagannath, he loves malpuas. And Srimati Radharani, Srimati Lakshmi Devi, they make the best kind of malpuas. So by their mercy, we must make minimum 33 malpuas and feed it to the Vaishnavas. And this way we can conclude our Purushottam Month Vrata. And this act will not only deliver us, but it actually delivers even our ancestors and even our generations to come, and award them the association of Lord Shri Purushottam Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai.
Thank you very much. At this point, we can open the lines for questions and comments.
So before we do that, we also have one other opportunity that all of us can engage in some service during this month, is that just like every time, we will also be sending out a calendar where you can fill in for Zoom home visits. You can invite your friends. You can in fact ask your friends to host also. So please take opportunity of this home visits, special home program where Shri Shri Radha and Krishna will come to your home. Reserve your slots. And this is the best way to give charity, by giving Krishna to others through these home programs. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So any questions, comments, realizations?
Can you hear me, Mataji?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Okay, so good to see you after a while. It was a nice lecture and very instructive, what to do, what not to do in the month of Purushottam month. And could you put that Govardhana mantra in the group so that
Yes.
we can recite every day?
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol. Thank you.
Wonderful to hear you, Prabhu, and wonderful to hear Mataji also on the side. Our obeisances to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Anjudi.
Hare Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Radhe,
Jai
Jai.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Danvat Pranam.
Hare.
So fortunate we are to hear you after such a long time, to have your darshan. And I can see behind your beautiful, beautiful mandir. So beautiful it is. Is it possible to give us darshan of this, of your temple?
Yes. You can
So
see?
beautiful. Yes. We can see it, but not very clearly the deities.
The
So I
deities.
can
Okay.
get a
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll send pictures. We will definitely send pictures in the group and for you too.
Sure, sure. It's so beautiful. And thanks for guiding us. I just wanted to ask, I remember last time also when I did Purushottam Maas, do we fast the entire month also?
Well, it depends, in the sense that just like how we do for Kartik, you can do it in the same way, like just eating boiled food for 1 month. You can take, the rice and dal khichdi, yellow moong dal khichdi like Havishya, and fruits. You can do that. But some devotees, if they're not able to, they just, at least eat grains only once a day, the rest of the time take only fruits, things like that. You can do any kind of
Okay.
austerity. Yes.
Okay. So it's not compulsory to fast the entire month.
Yeah. No, not necessarily.
Okay. Okay. Because I remember that I did fast last time, and this time it is coming mingling with the Shravan Maas also, because it's
Yes.
yes, so it's becoming like more auspicious. So
Yes.
because that's what I heard. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I don't know. They said that
Yeah.
because of first time it's eight, mingling with the, otherwise it's generally just before Kartik. And last time it was in September. It was
Correct.
just before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. And we, you have told us very nicely in detail. So we'll try our best to and ask Lord Krishna to shower his blessings so we can perform as much we can
Right.
with others. And one more thing was for the charity also, like I remember last time you said that every day we offer ghee lamps, 33
Yes.
ghee lamps.
Yes.
And like I remember my mother used to say that every day you offer 33 items as charity and give it to the.
Yes. If
So
you
is it
can
also
do that, you can do that. If you can do that, please. Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So and as Prabhuji just said to send us that
Yes.
Govardhan.
We'll definitely be sending it out. Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much for guiding us in detail and looking forward for the best. And this time in Purushottam Maas, my anniversary is also coming and my birthday is also coming.
Yes. Yes. We know. That's
So I
wonderful.
said, so we will just try to do more darshan and more this. And by Lord's grace, if I can visit Vrindavan, that will be wonderful.
Oh, yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
guiding us.
much, Dee. Thank you.
Thank
Hare
you. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe.
Hare Krishna, Mataji Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Prasad Prabhu.
Wonderful. How are you both? After a long time, I'm seeing your divine face.
Krishna
Both
Namaste.
doing, yeah. I'm just praying daily basis to keep you well always. And as Mataji said, like beautiful deity behind you, I'm able to see Srila Prabhupada. Everyone is there. I feel the presence behind you. And beautiful narration about Adhika Maas. So how to observe the fasting and what are the do's and don'ts which you advised. So we'll follow it up. And I think you said like, I expected like, I think you will sing one Ashtakam for us, I thought, but due to time,
we will, yeah, due to time, maybe not today, but we
I
will
can understand
definitely
Mataji.
do.
I can
Yes.
understand. So we want to hear the divine voice because you will always sing very beautifully. So I'll go back and record our session is there, right? You sang many
Yes.
ashtakams for us. So I'll listen that one with Hema Mataji is forwarding in the group whenever you sing. Yeah, we both sing. That is very beautiful. I'm listening that
Especially
one.
if you can sing Yugalashtakam also, that will be
Yeah.
very nice.
Jiva Goswami is it,
Yes,
Mataji,
Jiva
right?
Goswami.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely, Prabhuji will daily basis. I'll recite that verse, Yugalashtakam verse, and I couldn't know that Brahma prayers also. So you just said to me, from Srimad Bhagavatam, right? 15th or 14th
Yes.
chapter, Prabhuji?
14th,
Is it
10th canto,
14th?
14th chapter.
Yes.
14th chapter. I will recite that as well. That's fine.
And
And one
from
more thing.
Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter.
Yeah. So last time I just read Bhagavad Gita on daily basis, one verse, along with the purport. So I'll read it in front of Lord Krishna. And the most thing which I felt very happy, like the one you said, like Srimati Radha Rani Krishna, I'm offering this one to one tulsi leaf to please you. That is more touchable. That I'm doing daily. Whatever I can offer, I will not expect anything, just for your pleasure. Because
Yeah.
dry fruits only I can able to offer in my home. So that's why I just have. So that is most beautiful, which you said. So that is keeping in my mind. And one more question, like you said, like I mean, we are far away from Ganga, so you can say Ganga, right? And daily basis, I'm doing like chanting the prayer of Ganga Chayamna Chaiva Godavari. That I
Yes.
can do. Is that
Absolutely.
fine?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So that's a good thing for me. I'll do that one as well. And thank you for your guidance and expecting more class in this month or next month also. We need to.
Yes.
I'm expecting to resume your session because I know
Yes.
you people
We
both
will
are
be
busy in your
continuing.
service.
Actually,
You
last
both-
few months we were busy serving Srila Jayapataka Maharaj, and Kalasudha was cooking for him. I was helping, assisting his servants. So
Haribo.
especially when I was assisting his servants and assisting Guru Maharaj, I saw that during bath he would always make sure that he would say Ganga, Ganga, Ganga 3 times.
Haribo.
So That is also
That's
another
good.
thing. We can say every day, just 3 times he would say without fail.
Definitely, Prabhuji will follow that up. That glad to hear that you are engaged in a service for Guru Maharaj. So I seen the pic which forwarded to the group, and two legends in between you. You are, I mean, seated in between you both. I'm happy to see the pic always, daily basis. I'll pray to them daily basis. And here he visited Prabhuji. Guru Maharaj
Yes,
visited here
yes.
1 week before, and the blessings with Lord Mercy, I'm able to see Guru Maharaj. Anyway, thank you so much for your wonderful session. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna.
pranam.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Amrita Radhika.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So nice to have the time to listen to you today, and I'm just so happy to see both of you looking so wonderful, and being able to take darshan of your wonderful altar. It's so lovely. The instructions are always so clear. I really appreciate it, because I want to do as many austerities as possible to and go back home to Godhead and take Radha with me.
Haribo, Haribo.
Haribo. Thank you so
So
very
wonderful.
much.
Thank you, Amrita Radhika.
Haribo. Hare
Haribo.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nandini Mataji. You can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhuji, Dandavad pranam.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Very glad to see you again.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you for this wonderful session, Prabhuji and Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, can I ask a question, Mataji?
Yes, please, please.
Mataji, you were telling that Lord Krishna was telling this to Yudhishthira Maharaj.
Mm-hmm.
So in which Shastra can we find this, Mataji?
This is from the Padma Puran. It is explained very deeply in this accordance in the Padma Puran. This entire, like how it started from Narada Muni going to Badrikashram and meeting Lord Narayan, Narayan Rishis, and then Narayan Rishis saying that, Krishna told this to Maharaj Yudhishthir. This entire narration is there in the Padma Purana.
So this was narrated by Lord Shiva.
No,
Yes.
by Lord Narayan to Narad Muni.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you for your wonderful session. That was very. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Divyangi, you had a question? There was a hand raised. Divyangi?
Yeah, Mataji.
Oh, sorry. Gopika, yes.
I think Nandini Mataji asked the same question. My question was essentially, that where Lord Narayan actually, speaks that, Krishna said this. And when Lord Vishnu actually takes the presiding deity of Adhika Maas to Sri Krishna, that actually shows the supremacy of Krishna. And I was asking, what is the reference for this? Generally, because, when we try to preach and tell specifically those who come from an Indian background, that
Yes.
Krishna is supreme, and there
Yes.
is some difference between him and Vishnu, that in that case he's supreme. It's just really difficult to convince them unless you give them references, which they
Correct.
might or might not read.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Okay.
Not. Thank you so much for allowing us to share these glories and engage us.
Advaita Kalasdaji. Your lectures are very beautiful and very pleasing. Thank you for your association.
Thank you.
I would like to more involve in myself. Mataji, in this, there are 2 Ekadashis and all those. We should do it again, na?
Oh yes, these Ekadashis are actually very special Ekadashis. The 2 Ekadashis that fall during the Purushottam month are very, very special Ekadashis. It is, in fact, even the Ekadashi that comes right before Purushottam month, the one that is coming up right now is Kamika Ekadashi, is very, very, very special. Very special Ekadashi. It is said that just by offering tulasi leaves to Krishna, we can become so dear to Krishna, just by doing that one small, simple act of offering tulasi leaves. So it's very, very special, especially the 2 Ekadashis that fall during Purushottam month. And we'll definitely be doing special sessions during that time. So please do stay tuned, and we'll send out special announcements during that time. Please look forward to, in the group, we'll be sending out messages, and yeah, these Ekadashis, the 2
Mataji.
Ekadashis fall.
Thank you, Haribol Mataji. It is very beautiful to hear the lessons, the sections, and everything else. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Your name, Mataji? Pratibha?
My name is Pratibha.
Very nice. Welcome. We are so happy to meet you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I too am delighted. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hearing you after a long time.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Okay, so if there are no other questions, we'd like to, let's look at the chats.
Vinita Harjani Mataji, Jai.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your beautiful message. Harini Sevika Mataji, thank you. The recording of the session will be available on YouTube, so please do avail of that. Rupam Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So lovely to see both of you. I'm sorry my video is off.
That's okay.
Your mandir is like I'm going to some ISKCON temple. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So beautiful. I just wanted to share with you. I just lost my father-in-law last month. So they say in 1 year, whatever pious activities we do, his soul gets all the rewards. So whatever I do in this Purushottam Mahina, he will be getting the rewards for that, is it?
He will definitely, if you offer it for him, for his well-being, he will definitely be getting, even if you don't offer, just like it is said by Krishna himself, that Krishna is guaranteeing that not just the performer, but even the performer's ancestors or anybody who is related to you, they get the benefit. So, yes, they will get.
No, he was a very, very pious man. He was born, he lived a life of 93 years. He was born on Nirjala Ekadashi. He passed away on the subsequent Ekadashi.
Oh, Krishna. Well, our heartfelt condolences to you and your family. And we are praying that he is at a destination closer to Krishna because of your devotional services and his own spiritual credits for sure.
He was a very pious man. He always believed in good karma, good dharma. He would say, Dharam karo, teen peedi surakshit rehti hai. You are creating a shield around 3 generations. And I never understood that. Now I can understand what he's saying.
Very true. Very true. So
no, but it's so lovely to see both of you. Please continue doing your sessions.
Yes.
Definitely, Mataji, by
It's
your
a
blessings.
I hope. It's a longing to hear you, to see you, because that keeps me especially on my path. Otherwise, we get distracted. When I hear you every morning, then through the day, keep listening to some bhajans, keep listening to some kathas, so that association with Krishna continues. Otherwise, we get carried away in our own material world. It's very difficult to come back here.
So true.
I hope both of you are keeping well.
Yes, thank you for the inspiration. We will definitely start doing this more regularly. But
thank you so much.
Yeah, we miss all of your association as well.
We are so sorry that because of our services, we were somehow not able to. But we always trust us. We always remember all of you. And all of you are in our list of devotees whom we pray for every day, for whatever little our prayers are worth. So all of you are there in that prayers, and we beg all of you to also pray for both of us.
No, thank you so much. You are both very kind, and I think I have been blessed by Krishna to be associated with all of you, this whole family of Bhakti Mellows and everybody. Really,
Jai,
Krishna's grace is upon all of us.
Jai. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. I will message you separately on the chat now.
Please do,
Yes.
Mataji. Please do. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
Amita Mataji, you asked a very beautiful question. Can Tulasi be offered to Srimati Radharani? It can be offered, but in her lotus hands. So we offer Tulasi leaves to the lotus hands of Srimati Radharani so that she can offer it to the lotus feet of Krishna. So in the Tulasi leaves are only meant for Krishna or Vishnu Tattvas. So even in Panchatattva, we offer Tulasi leaves to the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. We can offer to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And we can offer to the lotus feet of Sri Advaita Acharya also, because he is Mahavishnu. But to Gadadhar and to Srivas Thakur, we offer Tulasi leaves on their chest because they are Shakti Tattva. And Panchatattva, Mahaprabhu and Nitai and Advaita Gosai, they are Shaktiman, and this side is Shakti. So to Srimati Radharani, similarly, we offer Tulasi leaves in her hand so she can offer it to the lotus feet of Krishna. Hope that helps. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
All right, if there are no other questions, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vancha kalpatarubhyas